Chicago! Welcome in to the Chicago Sports Podcast presented by Goose Island, the official beer of CHGO. Find one of their Chicago locations at gooseisland.com/locations. What's up, everyone? It is June 8th, 2023, here in the West Loop Studios. I am Kevin Kaduk, head of content at CHGO, joined as always by Kacy Standohar, Lawrence Benedetto behind the board.
What's up?
And on third base over there, it's the Carm.
Appreciate the invite, team. I apologize for the shorts. My legs are horrifying me, and I will never do it again.
Why are your
I will
legs
not wear
horrifying
shorts on
you?
set.
It's just disgusting. I just don't like. I'm not a big shorts on camera look, but you know,
Summertime.
summertime.
We're taking a temperature check.
I got plans to be outside, so I just didn't change.
There you go.
You're fine.
Yeah.
Shout out to intern Emma, who's also here. She just put together the best pizza in Chicago TikTok, and she says it is eating, which is what the kids say for taking off, going viral. Love it.
All right, let's
It
go.
is. And honestly, she's my Gen Z correspondent. Like, she knows what is up, what is popular, what's popping off on Twitter.
We need that around here. We're
Sounds
too old.
sus.
Oh, sus. Look at you.
It's sus.
Wow.
It's not
Carm.
sus.
I
She
think
knows.
it's totes sus.
No, it's not sus.
What's the new ones? What's the other sus? Like there's a.
That's not new at all, but
Not new. I know. It's like a year old. It's sus, right?
10 years?
I don't know. I'm not cool. We'll have to
10?
ask Emma. I think we have to put a segment on where Emma explains stuff to us eventually. That's a good idea.
Yes, I like that. Hey, shout out to everyone in the YouTube chat right now. Make sure you hit that like button. We're going to have a lot of good time today. If you're listening to the podcast, leave us a great review. You could
5
always
stars.
use one of those.
5. 5, not 4. 5.
What's that?
5 stars.
5 stars. 4
5.
stars? Yeah, 5 stars. Whatever the most amount of stars. That's what we want. Got a few things to run through for you right now. There is a Father's Day sale going on right now at CHGOLocker.com.
Oh, yeah.
If you buy one item, you can get the next one for 50% off. And the sale goes from June 8th, today, to June 18th, which is Father's Day. But if you want a guaranteed delivery for your dad on the big day, you have to order by Monday, June 12th. So go over there. We obviously have tons of T-shirts. Set your dad up now, now through the end of summer. Lots of good stuff. I said on the Blackhawks podcast, which I just did, I dropped my kids off at my dad's today, and he was wearing the CHGO script, the red one, the Bulls one.
Yeah,
Yes,
Love that
Dad.
one. Going to have to set them up with a few more as we head towards the fall. I'm not sure which ones.
Well, think outside the box when you get a buy one, get one half off. Like, you have your dad hopefully still around, but even if you don't, you could think, and even if you do, either way, maybe your brother's also a dad, your cousin's a dad. There's
go.
lots of dads out there in your life that you could give some stuff to. So, I mean, buy one, get a half off.
Honestly, like, even if it's not a dad, just get some shirts, buy one, get one half off.
I love
Right?
it.
Even better. Even
Yeah,
better.
I want a shirt.
Like,
Give me a
just take
shirt.
advantage of a sale.
Lawrence
I mean,
is a dad.
I am a dad, but give me a
Ladies?
shirt anyways.
Bought 3 shirts for the
Yeah, give
Uncle-
Sox.
Kacy a shirt, for God's sakes.
I mean-
All she does is need shirts.
I do not need any more clothes.
Oh,
I need
okay.
clothes like I need a hole in the head. But if anyone wants to buy me Taylor Swift tickets, then I will accept those
Put it in the
Here we go.
universe.
for
Here we go.
Pittsburgh, please.
We apparently you're making a road trip. We've got 2 road trips that are CHGO sponsored.
Mm-hmm.
We are going to Nashville for the NHL draft, and there is a party at Hopsmith in Nashville on the Tuesday, starting at 1:00.
Wow.
It's an all-you-can-drink sort of happy hour. Hang out with Jay, Mario, Greg, Casey, and Steven.
Wow.
That's going to be a lot of fun. So go check out the tickets there.
Yeehaw.
allchgo.com/events. And there's also a Vegas Summer League option there on the same page.
Wait, what?
Where you can go out and hang out with the CHGO Bulls crew at Circa in Vegas for
What? Circa.
I think it's Circa, right?
Oh
yeah,
my
the
gosh.
Circa Hotel and
The
Resort.
Bulls crew
Should've
gets to
taken
go
out
to
turns.
Paris and Vegas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know.
That is.
This is what happens when you have two other outlets in your network who are big on the NBA.
I mean, that's awesome. I'm really happy for those guys. Sure, I'll trade you. Why don't you go down to Indy and then get
Peck is offset right now, threatening to fight Carm, which would be one way to guarantee not to go to Vegas. But you do you, Peck.
Vegas, Paris.
I know.
Carm, why don't you go
Yeah.
to Indy and Detroit?
Hey, let's go to Indianapolis and stay in the frickin' Raggedy Ann house.
In the Raggedy Ann, right, in the
Cool.
haunted house.
Cool. That's great. I'm glad we get to go to Indianapolis.
With a 6-inch room toilet. No, we had a great time down there, though. That was a lot of fun. I'd go back again in a minute.
Yeah.
All right, our final announcement before we get into today's podcast is that we are launching our first new podcast here at CHGO since I think we launched Fire and Red Stars, which was like last May, maybe.
Yeah.
Introducing the CHGO Marathon Podcast.
Oh, gosh.
Which debuts next Tuesday, June 13th, hosted
Woo!
by yours truly.
Where's that?
That's awesome.
Gotta be
Let's
a tweet for
freaking
that.
go.
Oh, there it
We've
is.
Here it is.
we've talked about on this podcast before. I am running the 2023 Bank of America Chicago Marathon
I mean, why would you do that? I still don't understand it.
for the content opportunities, Lawrence.
You would be a great marathon runner if
Oh,
you
yeah?
stepped it up.
Yeah?
Yeah, I do.
You think so?
You just have to try, Lawrence.
You're thin. You're in your prime.
Oh, yeah. That's where I'm at.
You're
My
cagey.
prime. I mean, I did prefer the longer races when I was growing up as opposed to the sprints. But no, hard pass.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I
So anyhow,
could
it's
not-
going to
I
be
could
fun.
not.
It's going to be like we're calling it a pop-up podcast. So it's not only going to kind of detail my journey, towards the finish line on October 8th, but also the stories of runners, race organizers, volunteers. I really think that the Chicago Marathon is really one of the things that ties the city together. It goes through 29 of the 77 neighborhoods, 45,000 people run the thing, 12,000 people volunteer for it, countless thousands of others watch it. And honestly, part of what spurred me towards this, Carm, was we came in here covering that Bears game for the 2022 one, and it goes right down here on Van Buren near Racine. And we thought, man, we got to run this thing. I mean, last year was perfect weather.
And by we, you mean you.
No, Carm wanted to run it too, but something happened in the next 6 months.
I don't have it in me, but I'm so happy that you're doing it. I'm very proud of you, seriously.
Yeah.
Think about how many cool stories, though, that you could find of people that are running the marathon. They're running for
Right.
a million different reasons that would be super interesting to hear about. Plus the fact that, just for me personally, there is no event that I go to where I maybe don't know anyone for the most part.
Yeah.
And somehow I'm just in tears watching these people run.
Oh, it's awesome.
It's just it's an awesome event.
I've been a spectator for the Chicago Marathon probably out of 5 or 6 times. It's always a great time, and I always think, man, it'd be fun to be out there. And this year I am running for a cause. I'm running for Cal's Angels, which is a pediatric cancer charity. So hoping to raise a little money for them
All right,
too
Kev.
along the way.
Let's go.
Let's go. So hey, even if you don't plan on listening to this podcast, if you like Kevin Kaduk, if you like CHGO, go subscribe to it. Leave me a good review on there. Tell me to do a good job, and we'll get through this thing.
He needs the motivation, really.
How many miles a day are you running right now?
It's like 30 miles a week. It's going to get up to 30 miles a week. It was 12 miles this week,
You might have already said this. When's the date of the marathon?
October 8th.
October
So
8th.
the training just started on Monday, June 5th. So still
Okay.
early. 4 months from today.
And follow at CHGO_marathon on Twitter.
Oh, is
I
that a
also
thing?
posted this to
Oh.
Instagram, but there's not a separate Instagram for it. But on Twitter, you can follow that account.
I think it's going to be
to-
fun. I mean, like at CHGO, we're so much about community, and runners are our community. Like I went out and did a track workout last night, and there was like 20 people there, and everyone was having a good time. So I think it makes a lot of sense. I think it fits in with what we do at CHGO, and I'm looking forward to the next 4 months.
Congrats. I love it. Let's
you.
go.
Congrats on giving Kacy another Twitter handle to deal with.
No, I'm running that
Oh,
thing,
Kev's
man.
going to run it.
Oh, okay. Cool. Cool.
You already have 4 followers. One is Emma.
Yes, there we go. All right, let's get into today's topics. We're doing a summer temperature check. It's beautiful outside. Someone was watching our Blackhawks podcast from the Riverwalk, which seems like a great idea. And
Yeah, that's gone. I don't know. It's gone. I don't know where that comment went.
yeah, Lawrence, can you put the comments? You just have favorites on. I can't see all the comments.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Region Rev says no reason to run. I am ho. What?
Come on.
In my honest opinion, how do you not know that?
I know what that means. I just said imho.
Rev, I also don't run. I always get cramps when I run. I don't know how people like do it well.
Hey, Bex is on the Riverwalk watching this one too. What's up, Bex?
Let's go back.
All right. Summer temperature check. Carm, you've been out at Hallis Hall for the OTAs the past few weeks. We've got mini camps starting next week. I would say we are most optimistic right now about the Bears. So we'll start with them. But coming off of yesterday's OTAs, everyone was raving about Justin Fields and DJ Moore's connection. Adam Hogue is really excited about Tremaine Edmonds and what he brings to that linebacking crew. But there's also, like, I guess some of what Fields did with some of the down roster receivers was not as impressive. So was that a reminder to check ourselves a little bit?
You know, it's interesting that you bring that up because it's always dangerous, right? Don't overreact. He's throwing at this target. It's nowhere close to the target. Should we care? Probably not, but maybe we do. And he had a lot of that yesterday where it was just like, well, it wasn't close to perfect. And like Nathan Peterman is being more accurate than Justin Fields. That's not great. But look, the Bears, if we're doing a temperature check right now on the Bears, I think it's a red hot check. Best position the franchise has been in since 1984 going into the Super Bowl season. I think that's accurate.
I need to define temperature check, though, because wouldn't hot be bad?
I like heat.
Yeah.
Like, is heat like, this is
Oh, man,
bad
it's like
situation?
NBA Jam. He's on fire.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We want heat.
Okay.
We want blazing.
All right, I'm good now.
You don't want
I
cold,
understand the
man.
scale.
You don't want like Chicago
Casey's worried
Cubs
about having a
bullpen
fever.
ice
She doesn't
cold.
want a fever.
Yeah, no. I'm not. And even in this temp check, I don't have like a Bears fever yet. We haven't reached that level.
You don't have a fever for more cowbell? Or any fever?
The fever for the flavor of the Pringles. Do we have any Pringles in the house?
No,
we
we
got
do
a lot
not.
of food in here today. No,
Yep.
I think that Tremaine Edmonds that Hogue's bringing up, that you just brought up via Hogue, rather, and some of the comments yesterday by Jaquan Brisker, like, you're looking at him, he's huge. This guy's going to make an absolute enormous difference, and we can stay back and hang out because he's going to be making plays, and we don't have to, focus so much on the quarterback. We could just play lockdown defense. I'm like, okay, that's interesting to hear. I mean, Jaquan's one of the most positive guys going, so he might be overstating the Tremaine Edmonds effect. But, like, Bears are just feeling good right now. Receiver group, better. Running backs, feeling confident. Offensive line, better. QB1, getting better. Defense, better. What are you smiling at over there?
I'll tell you later. It's about the video we're going to show later. I'm sorry. I'm good. I'm listening.
You're pulling a Carm looking at
What
your phone.
video is coming?
You'll see later.
None ya.
Okay. That's so I have a building Bears fever. How's that?
Yeah.
building. I'm trying to figure out where I'm at with this. It's obviously really hard to tell. I got really excited at like June 1st. I was like, man, we are so close to Bear season. And then I thought about it. I'm like, man, we have to go through all of June, all of July, and all
You
of
really
August.
can't get all that excited till August.
I know, but I was excited briefly before I thought about how, so I'm trying, they're out there. They're not in full pads. They were playing 7-on-7 like yesterday, right?
Yeah, no,
So,
it's just their but it was fun. Like they had the media positioned behind the end zone. It's the action's coming at you, and DJ Moore's flying across the middle, and connection with Fields. Like, you can't help but enjoy that. And then Valus is running down the sidelines, coming basically right at us, and Fields is overshooting him, and Tyler Scott's running down the other sideline, and Fields is overshooting him. But it's just kind of fun to watch the ball in the air. It's been What else do we want to do on a
Right.
Tuesday or whatever it was yesterday? Wednesday. Thank you.
I'm just at a spot where I'm trying to figure out a good where I sit on Justin Fields. I am optimistic about Justin Fields. I'm not Jake Flanagan level optimistic about Justin Fields, but I think like so much of that narrative that kind of like, followed him in January and February, where it's all this bullshit about, are you going to trade the pick? All that sort of stuff, to me, was annoying. Justin Fields is a lot better than like every Momo on national sports media wants to act like, oh, he sucks because he's a Chicago Bears quarterback. This is not your typical Chicago Bears quarterback. He has talent. He has a lot of ability. He has a lot of leadership ability. He still has a long ways to go. Yeah. So like exactly where I sit with Fields, like I'm not exactly sure. So I want to get super excited, but I'm reminded kind of like what his limitations have been, and I'm also kind of just reminded that it's June 8th.
Yeah.
So
no, it's very. Let's wait until we get into training camp before we go Bears crazy. But I'm just on a slow build. Nice slow build.
Slow build.
Casey?
I mean,
Come on.
Again, I can't get excited about the Bears until August. But it is fun to, like, for example, see them
what about our amazing
hanging
videos?
out at the UC today.
Our amazing videos.
I mean,
our amazing training camp coverage.
No, I am excited for you to be back in the locker room asking them like their favorite horror movie and stuff. That's fun.
That was
I wish we could have asked them their favorite Taylor Swift song. Just the access. I mean, I'm almost Jake Flanagan level optimistic about Justin Fields.
Okay.
And maybe it's just because I'm like believing the hype about him and I see his athleticism and I see what he's able to do. But I just worry that the Bears just lose games in the most insane ways that's going to come down to what disappoints us again.
Flanagan was out of his mind last night. Did you guys watch the clip?
It was pretty great.
He's like at it.
But he's always like that about the Bears.
He is.
No, but it was. I'll take anything. Okay. Yeah, sure. Why not? Okay.
Okay, we're getting drinks.
I didn't. I was feeling a little. Thank you, Lawrence. Feeling a little.
If you're listening to the podcast, Carm was parched, so Lawrence left his post.
I was worried that we're going to.
Went and got him a
did you guys
Goose Island 312 tall boy, and also a full pocket pills.
Anybody want either one of these?
He said he wants a drink, so I said.
He has to do ad reads and won't be able to go to the bathroom.
I have Diet Coke.
Kev, you want one of these two?
I'm training for the marathon.
When's the earliest you guys have ever had a Diet Coke?
What?
Because my mom drinks it for breakfast.
You're not going to drink until.
Come on, Marie.
Until whatever.
Not today.
Okay.
Oh.
Marie will have a Diet Coke at 9 a.m.
It's not
Isn't
good,
that
Marie.
wild?
I'm keeping my drinking to Saturdays.
I'm going to go for the full
Which
312.
there we go.
Let's go.
Hold it up to the microphone.
Let's move on to not the Bears. Let's move on to Cubs. What's our temperature check on Cubs?
29 degrees.
Can I go first?
We freezing.
It's frosty. Frosty as your 312.
I don't mean to say this out loud, and I probably shouldn't say this out loud, but the Cubs, I hate the Cubs. I freaking hate them.
You used to be a Cubs fan.
I am a Cubs fan.
Well, why do you hate them
I root
now?
for both baseball teams. Because it's embarrassing.
It is.
It's embarrassing. Like zero relevancy. Props to Luke and Cody and Ryan and.
Oh man!
I mean,
Cody last night was a rough scene.
I mean, come on, man. Do we really have to be this bad? And I'm watching the Sox this week, and there's Rizzo, and he's having another great year. Why did we have to get rid of Anthony Rizzo, who wanted to go down with the ship? What he said at the time. It's just
Come on, I'm sick of that narrative though. Those guys were getting older. They wanted to trade and make moves for younger, new talent.
They got
I know, but how long do you hold on to those guys?
Long.
I don't know.
It's one of them.
Well, you'll be happy with PCA once he gets here, right?
Yeah, I'm glad they traded Baez.
That was Baez. I agree with you on Rizzo. Letting Schwarber walk for nothing is still weird.
They let Kyle Schwarber walk.
You're pretty damn happy you didn't commit $200 million to Chris Bryant.
Look at Cody.
Hold on.
I would have paid him.
Hold on.
I would have
Oh my
paid Bryant.
God.
I would have paid Bryant, and I would have been wrong. I would have paid all of them for the record.
Cody's got I don't know, man. Sometimes I wonder if Cody has watched Cubs baseball a long time. This is what the Cubs do, right?
Yeah.
It's just frustrating, man. I get it. the Cubs got
He was
to
so upset.
well they got to I mean it was. Didn't they not win the World Series? Didn't they go to the playoffs
They won the World Series in 2016. I remember it.
I remember it too.
And didn't they buy up all of Wrigley Field? And isn't it $14 for a beer and the most expensive seats to sit anywhere in the ballpark across baseball? Come on, man.
It's pretty pathetic, but also the manager, who might have also been on that 2016 World Series championship team, he is failing. I'm sorry. It's not a good fit. He's not the guy.
Why do you think he's not the guy?
Well, he doesn't seem to make the right moves, or he doesn't make
because
any
they have
moves.
a run differential of -5, and they're one of the worst teams in baseball.
I mean, last night, for example, there's all these moments you pick out every loss. There's always like, why did Rossi do that? Last night, Tyone threw 93 pitches through 5 innings. He was kind of struggling.
Leave Jameson Tyone out there. Who cares if he gets hurt?
No. Take him out. He's done. He's cooked. And then Rendon's the first guy up in the 6th. Like hard hit ball, and whatever. Next thing you know, it's 6-2. So I don't know.
Didn't Tyone pitch well last night?
For 5 innings, he struggled his way.
You took a
through
lot
5.
of flyers in this offseason on guys like
Jameson Tyone.
Well, that was a very expensive flyer, but
$68 million flyer.
You bring in Eric Hosmer and Trey Mancini, and it's not. Your bullpen is a complete disaster.
I mean, yeah. In fairness to Rossi, the bullpen is a complete mess right now, and he can't trust anyone, and so it doesn't really matter what he does. It's going to fail. So that's on Jed. Mm-hmm. But so that's the question. Is it Jed or is it Rossi?
But, I mean,
Jed.
What?
More than Rossi, but like just
12, 13 years into this whole thing. And Theo Epstein is going to be in the Hall of Fame. His plaque is going to be hanging up there, and he did the two most impossible jobs in the world. He won the Red Sox and Cubs World Series. Still haven't developed a freaking pitcher.
How's that possible?
I don't know.
Pitch lab, baby. Pitch lab.
Well, they would have if they not traded Cease and Eloy to the White Sox for.
Would Cease have become what?
Well, that's a fair question. I mean, maybe the Cubs would have gotten in his way, but for the Buick, shout out at the Catman in Jose Quintana. Yeah, it's annoying that they're so irrelevant.
Yeah, it is.
You're irrelevant. I don't. If I dial up my Fubo TV, great. I've got the Marquee Sports Network. But before Fubo came on here, I didn't get Marquee. And even before the season, I was trying. I wanted the Cubs show to have a good team to talk about, so I didn't want to, be too negative. I'm like, you think this team's going to be any good? It's going to be terrible. This team's terrible.
And we've talked about that. Luke and I have talked about that a lot on this show. You are in the content and entertainment business now. If you are making your own network, you have to give people a reason to pay you whatever the price for your subscription offering whenever Marquee gets around to introducing that. And it's probably going to be at least $20 a month. So what are you going to do to make people pay that $20 a month? You cannot run out a team that has a -5 run differential and is trailing in an awful NL Central. There's no reason that they should be in the mix for the NL Central every year.
Who do you want to watch on the Cubs? Who excites you?
Marcus Stroman.
Right, and they should trade him.
Should they?
I mean,
he likes pitching here. He pitches well here.
I don't know. He's early 30s. When are you going to be good? Never.
You just can't keep on. That's Cody was going. I agree with Cody on his tweet rants last night. You just can't keep on just selling off every single June or July. You just can't.
I don't know. That's what they. That's how they got good last time.
Yeah.
It was a great sale with Samardzija, and who was the other reliever that got thrown in, and that.
But it's so hard to hit on that. How many times do you pull off Andrew Kashner for Anthony Rizzo? How many times do you trade Scott Feldman and have Jake Arrieta become what Jake Arrieta did?
Yeah, Scott Feldman. That was the deal. Scott Feldman.
And they got Pedro Strop too.
Right, Feldman and there was somebody else along with Feldman. I forget who it was.
The whole David Ross thing is interesting to me. I don't know what the end game is here. For so long, we said, okay, well, he took the job, and he got felled by the weirdness of the pandemic, and then it was okay. They traded away the entire core and gave him Frank Schwindel to win with, and now I don't think this is the worst roster in the world. I mean, there's pieces there. Dansby Swanson, they paid him, and he's been productive.
He's fine.
So
He's fine.
He's fine.
Everybody's just fine.
Nico's fine.
Patrick Wisdom,
I like Nico.
Cold, Stroman, not. They're all inconsistent. That's the problem.
yeah,
Who's playing third base? Is Wisdom playing third?
yep.
Or frickin' Madrigal if they bring him back up.
Madrigal in the minors.
It's just inconsistent right now, and the White Sox are the same way. And
Yeah, let's talk about that show.
I'm actually optimistic on the White Sox. Way more than the Cubs.
they're literally both fourth in the standings, and they're.
Sox have been playing better though,
Yeah.
and
Let's get to the Sox. First, I want to remind everyone about our Die Hard program at CHGO. If you love what we do here, the best way to support us is to become a CHGO Die Hard. It's the most direct way, and it provides the most benefit to you. Not only do you get a free CHGO T-shirt of your choice, but you get discounts on events all year long. So whether it's going to Nashville, whether it's we're going to have a couple of crosstown takeovers later in the year. You get discounts on that. You get discounts for all our Bears tailgates, which there will be numerous ones this year. So you're going to want to check that out. And you get access to our Discord lounge, which as Twitter becomes more and more of a hellhole, is a great place to go and talk about your favorite team and get like cool things. So go check out our Die Hard program at allchgo.com. And if you're not already a Die Hard, again, that's the best way to support us, and we appreciate you for doing so.
that was the best description of Twitter I've heard definitely
Hellhole?
today. As Twitter becomes more of a hellhole.
Hellhole.
Does anybody ever go to Twitter and come away from it and say, oh, that was a great experience?
The thing that pisses me off about Twitter now is you open it up and it's engineered to show you the shittiest tweets from the shittiest people.
Twitter blows. It just blow. It does, and I realize that thank you for allowing us to promote ourselves. Twitter, thank you. We appreciate it, and we'll continue
follow
to do
us,
it.
CHGO _sports, or CHGO _marathon, or CHGO _bears, etc.
Dude, as soon as there's an alternative, you don't tell me there's not going to be a complete exodus of reasonable people from the maniacs that are on Twitter. Did you see that thread from that guy talking about Jimmy Butler's coffee?
I did not.
It was awful.
But why are we spending time bothering to talk about it? Why don't we do
You know
another
what you
ad
should
read?
look at our Twitter, the best pizza in Chicago.
Oh!
And
Well, it's on
decide-
TikTok.
That's a good tweet.
It's on Twitter too. It's everywhere. And it is a great video because
Did
we
you
all
answer?
debate.
You weren't on there.
I
were
wasn't
you?
No, of
in
course
it.
she didn't answer it. Why would
No,
she
because
answer it?
I got shamed for my pick.
What'd you say?
What
Like
was your pick?
Jets Pizza,
No.
Domino's, Pizza
I like
Hut? What'd you go with?
Rosati's.
What's wrong with Rosati's?
Yeah, what's
I
wrong?
didn't shame you. I said Rosati's is inconsistent.
Well, it
There's
depends
gr-
on the one you
There
go
are
to.
great locations
There's
for Rosati's. There are awful
Rosati's is my
locations
answer,
for
everyone, if
Rosati's.
I was in the video.
Don't
But
get
you-
backed off by
I
Kate.
mean, I can't believe you didn't put yourself. It's your video. You made
I know.
it.
I don't
Like,
know why I didn't.
Put yourself in there.
Because I'm humble.
I will say that if you did say Rosati's, people would have went a little nuts.
What do you mean? Why?
I'm in this pizza group on Facebook. People go nuts over Rosati's.
What's interesting about our answers is
it's
that no
good.
one said Lou Mal's and no one said Giordano's. That would be the 1 and 2 seed for someone to
I
say.
mean, I could have said 1,000 things. I went with Tavern Style, Vito and Nick's. It's the best, but
Vito
I could have
Nick's is
said
amazing.
Candlelight up on the north side. I could have said
Candlelight's
Pat's
good.
Pizza is
you
delicious.
would say Candlelight?
Candlelight's awesome. I love
Really?
the old school. What about Marie's, way up on like Lawrence Avenue?
I love Marie's, but that's
Yeah.
also Tavern Style.
I know. That's what I'm talking about.
Tavern Style should not be included.
What do you mean? That was the question was best Chicago
Chicago
not-
pizza is Chicago pizza. That's not Chicago pizza. That's Tavern Style pizza.
Okay, wait. This was a deep dish
But
question.
I thought Tavern Style was also
Who
Chicago
likes pizza, man? People, if you say pizza, fine.
I'm just
it's
having
a pizza
I'm-
place
I'm-
in
I'm picking a
Chicago.
fight for
Why
no
can't I
reason
pick
here.
Rosati's
There's
then?
great,
We're
there's
back
great
to
New York
square
style
one.
in Chicago. I mean,
Okay, here's my question. When are we doing the DraftKings read? When are we doing the Taking Care of Business Award
All right,
for
we're
this
moving
week?
on.
What are we doing here? We're way
moving
behind on
on.
ads.
Listen.
Get your shit Together.
Temperature.
There you go.
Temperature.
We're having a good
Temperature
time.
check. Cold for the Bulls.
No.
Cold for White Sox.
Ads.
Cold for Cubs.
Carm has an ad read.
Just slow down. Let me
Settle down over there,
I'm just
Standohar.
summing it up.
Yeah, Standohar.
Bad vibes, Lawrence. Pick him up.
Join
Talk
the
about
NBA
pizza.
Finals action. Thank you, Lawrence.
Go.
With DraftKings Sportsbook. That's, of course, an official sports betting partner of the NBA. New customers, put a $5 bet down. You get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Plus, all customers can take a shot at bigger payouts with DraftKings stepped-up same-game parlays. So this is what you got to do. And do this now. Seriously. If you're watching this, this was meant for you if you haven't done it already. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Use the code CHGO. New customers, place a $5 bet. Get the $200 in bonus bets that you're going to turn into God knows how much money. That happens instantly once you make that $5 bet. That's code CHGO only at DraftKings Sportsbook. And I do have to remind you, a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER in Massachusetts. Call 800-327-5050 or visit gamblinghelplinema.org. In New York, 877-8-HOPENY or text HOPENY. Wow.
In Kansas, call 1-800-522-4700 on behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort, Kansas. 21 and over in most eligible states, but age varies by jurisdiction. Eligibility restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details and state-specific responsible gambling resources. Bonus bets expire 7 days after issuance. Opt-in and 10-plus leg required for 100% boost. Eligibility, wagering, and deposit restrictions apply. Terms at sportsbook.draftkings.com/baseball
Would you like a beer?
terms.
God bless lawyers.
Way to go,
Yes.
Law.
Thank you to DraftKings last night. I hit a 5-legger on Game 3 of
There
the
you
old
go.
NBA Finals.
Wow.
That was a nice plus 270. I was a little scared because I got to be honest, I've had a rough week. So I was down to my
DraftKings has
last
had
bets.
the
So-
if your baseball team goes up 2 runs, you automatically win.
3, Kev.
I'm 2-0.
This
2-0.
was the easiest win in NBA betting history. I was like 6-1 over a week, and then they got rid of that. It was you had to go up by 10 points. And I was
Hey,
hitting
I'm
all
about
the
to become a
underdogs.
very big Reds fan because I bet
No,
the
they
Reds.
lost 6-0. They're down 6-0 in the ninth.
Well, I didn't bet that.
Oh,
I
I
bet
bet.
the Reds last night when they actually won by 2 runs, but it was in the
Walk-off.
ninth inning on a walk-off. But I took the winnings and reinvested them in the Reds to win
I like
the
it.
NL Central
I like
at
that
plus
idea.
2,000.
If I had
What
enough
is it?
money in my
Did you do this
account,
because Gordon Wittenmeyer is covering the Reds now and you're
Yes.
a Gordon guy?
Well,
Like, why the hell are you getting on the
He's
Reds?
kind of the cooler, isn't he? I like
G-Dub
Gordon.
Red.
I love Gordon and congrats to Gordon, but like why that? Like that's the only reason why I would get on the Reds. You like the Reds?
They got a young team. Got Ellie De La Cruz. They
that
could be
kid
the
is
they could be
awesome.
the Indians of this year.
All right.
The Guardians. I'm sorry.
Jeez, put a dollar
Canceled.
in the swear
We
jar.
don't have one for that. I'll put in the Chicago Blackhawks jersey. How about that?
Okay.
White Sox.
White Sox.
Temperature
oh,
check.
no, the White Sox.
We said they were the same.
Well, we haven't
I'm-
really
I'm-
talked about
They're
it.
heating up.
I'm
No.
hot and bothered by the White Sox.
What are they? 20-14 since the start of May.
I
They've
mean,
won
they're
4
three and a
straight.
half. They're 3.5 back.
They're 3.5 back. The bullpen is great. Kopech is pitching well.
Won 4 in a row.
If they can stay healthy, I've got a ticket on them to win the AL Central.
Can you explain to me, just real fast? Are they winning right now?
Who?
No score middle of the first. Okay. Can you explain to me how they couldn't play yesterday, but they're going to play a doubleheader today?
It seems nice. Seems like a smart idea.
Does that make any sense?
No, it does not.
And by the way, I'll say stuff on this podcast that I won't say elsewhere.
Why? Because no one's listening.
I have no idea why. I just feel like I'm in a different land and I can just say things here. I would just encourage people when it comes down to I would just pay attention to what's going on in New York. That's all. Like, being able to breathe is important. That's all.
here
I'm saying.
comes Green Carm.
Green
Yes.
Carm. I like to be able to breathe myself personally. I don't know how you feel about breathing. I'm pro breathing. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
when you're making life choices and things, I'll just leave it at that. Breathing should be up kind of a priority. That's
So does
all I'm
this
saying.
tie into your no plastic bats rant?
Yes,
from
exactly
Wrigley Field?
does.
Is this
That's
a direct?
correct. That's correct.
They
Things that
introduced the plastic bat at Wrigley Field. 2 months later, New York is blanketed in smoke.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm showing a tweet here that I like. Getting back to the White Sox because this is not an environmental pod. This is a live look at the AL East and the AL Central, or as at Yinka Double Dare says, the Comedy Central. No team in the Central is over 500. Every team in the AL East is at 500 or better. So there's basically the first place team in the Central is worse than the last place team in the East.
Yep.
That's how nightmarish the Sox division is, and yet they
are 3.5 back.
3.5 back of a terrible Twins.
Well,
team.
you know what's interesting about that, really, is if you're Rick Hahn and Jerry Reinsdorf is going to continue to let you do your job, which seemingly he will.
Of course, always.
How do you view this? I mean, and they were talking about it on the Sox pod, and I thought it was a great topic. Like white flag trade too. Are you bailing? Are you bailing on this team, or are you going all in to try to win?
I mean, this team hasn't proven anything at all for their championship
They haven't,
window,
but when you get, you're right, Law. But like you get in the playoffs, Kopech's pitching well. Cease is so if he finds himself, like you in theory have guys at the top that could cause problems if they're going well. And Jerry's,
you have no chips to actually go out and get help if you needed to.
That is a problem.
Right, you be bargain shopping come the deadline, but I don't know.
Yeah.
It'll be very interesting to see what the Sox do come the deadline if they are in a middling position, which is in all likelihood where they'll be.
Oh, they'll be middling, that's for sure.
Hey, we haven't given out this week's Taking Care of Business Award winner.
Oh, here we go. We're going to take care of some business. Let's do it.
This week's Taking Care of Business Award winner is Kalia Copper of your Chicago Sky. She's on absolute fire. She's coming off a 24-point performance and an overtime win over Indiana on Tuesday. Before that, she put the team on her back over the weekend against New York. Started off on Friday over there at Wintrust Arena. She had 20 points and 9 rebounds in a 1-point loss to the Liberty. And then 2 days later, they go to New York and play the Liberty there. She has 27 points and 7 boards there as the Sky field only 8 players. So she has just been on absolute fire. There's been a lot of great performances in the WNBA lately, but she's been right there at the top. So shout out to Clea Copper of the Chicago Sky for taking care of business, presented by Carman.
Congratulations. Way to go. Way to do it.
Someone is doing it
1
in
point
this
off
city.
her career high on Sunday. Ka is it, but I think we were wrong about our James Wade talk a few weeks ago, but we could get into
They're
that
looking
later.
good. What's their overall record now? What's the temperature check in the Sky?
Are they 5-4 now? Is that right? I feel like they're
trying to figure. I mean, they've been hurt. They're not fielding a complete team.
Yeah. I know Bex is hurt. That was a
and
bummer.
it's just a bunch of different players from what it was last year. So shout out to James Wade for figuring this thing out early, and hopefully they continue to gel as things go on. And Courtney Williams and Elizabeth Williams and
a lot of Williamses. 5-3. They're 5-3 at this point.
that's good.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
Shout out to make sure you listen to our CHGO Sky podcast. Chris Pennant, Stephen Garner holding things down over there.
Yeah.
Crushing it. Damn it.
Do we have to talk about the Bulls still?
I don't know, man. What are you going to say about the Bulls?
They suck. There we
Bad
go.
temperature.
Low temps.
Low temps.
Let's go.
High of 20 degrees.
Let's go. I'll go positive for just 1 second on the Bulls.
Here we go.
Do you remember when the Bulls led the Miami Heat in the fourth quarter in the play-in game? They almost got in, Big Dave. They were right there. The Bulls were right there. They had the Heat down in the fourth quarter. They were feeling it, and the Miami Heat are in the finals. When you consider that Vooch wants to come back and sign that extension, and when you consider that AK is going to go out and make some weird addition that we don't know about right now that somehow is going to work out, when you consider that Kobe White's going to make his next step, this team could very well be a 6 seed next year.
Who's going to shoot 3-pointers?
Who's
Who's going to make a freaking 3?
No one.
Kobe White's going to bang down that 3.
That's fine. We're going to need more than him.
Yeah,
Who's going to protect the rim?
Mo Bamba.
There we go.
Go get Mo Bamba.
There we go. All right, what about the Blackhawks? Do we have any
Blackhawks.
Bedard.
Heating up, baby.
Get your season tickets right now.
I just did an hour with Mario on the Blackhawks podcast. We had a great talk. We talked a lot about Patrick Kane winning the 2013 Western Conference Finals 10 years ago today. But like I said on that, I'm just looking forward to reorientating ourselves towards a new era in Blackhawks hockey. And Carm, I'll tell you this. We've had a lot of good teams. We've seen a lot of premium talent come through this town, whether it's Walter Payton, Michael Jordan, Patrick Kane, and Jonathan Toews. We've never had a team ever successfully go into another great era, at least not in our lifetimes, right?
That's such a good point, and I never considered that. Keep going.
We've never moved on from the 85 Bears. We've never moved on from the Bulls dynasty.
I mean,
Nothing has ever happened out of 05 and 016.
D-Rose, Joakim Noah, Luol Deng team.
Did they win a championship?
No.
Well, no, they didn't. No, they didn't win a championship. Okay.
That's probably, yeah.
I mean, but you're probably right, though. That's the closest.
Yeah. I don't know.
Rose doesn't get hurt. But
It ain't the Cubs. It ain't the Sox. That's for sure.
I would say the Blackhawks, the Blackhawks have had two great defined periods of
Early 90s.
in our lifetimes.
Early
Yeah.
90s and the 2010s.
Early 90s, and then, if like you go into our parents' lifetimes, the 60s. And
yeah, but even the early 90 Hawks, the one time they get in, they get swept.
Yeah, that was rough.
well, they were just going, but they were, they were going up against Gretzky and the Oilers. They
I know.
couldn't get around them.
I
I
know.
mean, I guess they were kind of probably similar to that. The
Yes.
Rose Bulls, you couldn't get around LeBron.
Right, got swept by Lemieux.
Yeah. All right, well.
By the way, I'm stunning myself with my hockey
I'm so excited
recall.
for the Blackhawks.
Connor Bedard,
Temperature
baby.
is high.
Yeah, you're
He's
going to
excited to
Nashville.
go
I'm
to
excited.
Nashville.
Yeah, you just want to go to Nashville.
I
And
know,
wear your
it's
little
going to be
scoop
fun. It's
boots.
going to be exciting. We're going to get Connor Bedard. We're going to hopefully interview him. It's going to be just the vibes are going to be high.
Boot, Scoot, and Kacy.
I'm going to wear my glittery boots.
Glittery boots.
Oh, yeah.
Have you been to Nashville?
I was just there last weekend.
Like 3 days ago.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
I was there for a Women in Sports conference and to see some friends, and I'm going back at the end of the month for the draft.
I won't share my Nashville story, but
I've been once again before
was-
during COVID.
Let me tell you something. It was.
I met a lot of interesting people.
I'll talk about it off the air. I'm not
Beautiful, because we are getting close to the end of the line here. Let's
All right,
keep
we are
this thing
excited to
rolling.
partner with our friends at Circle K. Check out your local Circle K for the best coffee, beer, and snack selection and premium gas. Look out for freebies and giveaways, too, down the road. Circle K is your place for all your favorite road trip snacks. Kacy, you're going to be hitting that up on your way out of town to Nashville. What are you going to be getting?
Snacks?
What will you buy, Mario, Jay, and Greg?
I don't.
What does each one of those guys
like? I think
Well, you better find out.
Jay
gonna-
wants beef jerky, I
Jay
guarantee it.
beef jerky. Mario, I feel like he's like a Swedish fish kind of guy.
Yeah.
And Greg,
I was going to say
Mario's
kind
Italian, not
bars.
Swedish.
I was going to say like kind bars. I think like Mario's like concerned
think?
about
He's
what
good.
he
I would
He's
say
gluten-free.
I would actually say Zawaski's a Hostess Donuts guy, the sleeve of donuts.
Donuts?
Yeah,
Sure. Okay.
Donuts.
and then
And
I
then
think Greg
Greg.
would like the peel and pull Twizzlers maybe.
Okay.
That's a
Maybe.
good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
I don't know.
And
We'll
then what are
ask
you getting
them.
for yourself?
Oh, I like the weirdest candy. I'm a weirdo. I like Rolos and like
I like
Hershey's
Rolos.
with almond and like weird I like sun
That's
chips.
Hershey's with almond is not weird. That is like
People
standard.
make fun of me when I get that. They're like, "That's so lame." Like,
The
you just got a
Rolos is
Hershey
the
bar.
Rolos is like you're like
I
a
like
57-year-old man.
I
Yeah, like
love
Necco
Both of
wafers.
those are old school.
Necco
I'm a weird
wafers.
candy
Are you
person.
an old soul?
I am an old soul, and I like sun chips. Those aren't old soul. Those are normal, right?
You eat like a 6-year-old.
Yeah.
What are you having for lunch? Grilled cheese. What are you having tomorrow? Cheeseburger. What are you
I
gonna?
had sushi today.
That's a big move for you.
That's a big move. It's big of me.
All right, thanks to Circle K for sponsoring CHGO. Visit the nearest Circle K to pick up all your favorite finds.
Now what?
Is there any other
Are
ad
you
reads?
ready?
I'm ready.
Oh, it's me.
God.
Woof.
Do I have to do this again? What am I doing?
No.
What do we got?
Hey, look, buying tickets to your favorite
Oh, yeah,
events
game
should
time.
not be stressful.
No. Please, I love
Game time is the fast and easy way to buy tickets for all the sports, music, comedy, and theater near you.
I'm so mad at
With
myself.
killer deals on last-minute tickets and their best price guarantee, you can stop stressing over the tickets and start getting hyped for the fun you'll have.
So we got White Sox and Marlins tomorrow night. If you want to get in the building to see the red-hot White Sox, who hopefully will have a great day today against the New York Yankees, $18 for one ticket to get on in and live the dream. which is outstanding. And if you want to upgrade and get yourself a, nice solid lower level, those are plenty of those available as well. So Game Time tickets is the best way to do it. You will not get a better price anywhere else on the secondary market. Join the over 15 million people who've downloaded the app. And, cheapest seat, lower level tomorrow is what I've been scrolling for. $39.
There's a lot of stuff. The Dead and Company are at Wrigley Field. No, not the Chicago Cubs. Dead and Company. That's the surviving members of the Grateful Dead and John Mayer, I think.
Wow.
But they're playing Friday and Saturday.
That is
This
rude.
weekend?
Yeah. You going to go out?
I wouldn't mind a Saturday trip. Anybody?
Trip?
I can't do tomorrow, but I could do Friday.
You do a Saturday trip?
Tomorrow is Friday.
I mean Saturday.
Oh,
Can't do tomorrow, but could do Saturday.
you get out there,
Nobody's
use Game
jumping
Time.
at that.
You'll get exclusive flash deals on tickets for that concert and for all the football, basketball, baseball concerts, comedy, theater, and more in your future. The Game Time guarantee means you will always get the best price. If you find tickets in the same section and row for less, Game Time will credit you 110% of the difference. And you will always get images of your seat before you buy, so you know exactly what to expect when you arrive. Buy tickets in a matter of seconds, 2 taps and you're set. Tickets are sent directly to your phone, so you never have to dig through your email. So snag the tickets without the stress with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code CHGO for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code CHGO for $20 off. Download Game Time today. Last-minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed.
First Bears preseason game, August 12th versus the Titans. You're in the building for $34. Let's go.
Couple other events you might want to check out on Game Time this weekend. Tyler Childers
What?
is at Salt Shed tonight. $238 to get in, so he must be a big deal. I think he might be a country star.
Never heard of them.
Well, a lot of people have, apparently. Nickel Creek is at Salt Shed tomorrow night, and then Red Stars host the Courage in Bridgeview on Saturday. You can get in there for $8.
Let's go.
All right.
Game Time, I love you.
Last but not least, it is time for Scroll Steppers.
Every time.
Oh, listen to Kacy.
We got a group going. Guys, if you didn't see this video on social media, then you were probably sleeping under a rock. This is my good friend, Samantha Rivera. I'm saying it right. That's how she says it. She works for CBS Miami. She used to be a former NBC Sports Chicago girl. She's from Chicago, used to work in Rockford. And she's doing her live shot here, and a Vegas fan tries to come up and get in her shot, and she stiff arms this guy. I mean, as hard as possible.
Yeah.
Making sure he does not get in that shot. And this went viral. I mean, it has like 12 million views. She's getting interviews with Sports Illustrated and different media companies, Bleacher Report. All these places want to know, how did she keep eye contact? How did she not let this guy ruin her shot?
Number one, screw that guy.
Yeah,
Let Samantha do her job.
exactly.
You suck. You don't win.
you
You don't
suck.
deserve to win the Stanley Cup. Vegas is going to win it. You don't deserve it. Number two, whatever Samantha is doing in the gym, keep doing it, because that is some serious strength.
I know. I love her. I just love her. I talked to her yesterday, and she was like, it's been a whirlwind. It's been crazy, but I've gotten a lot of love. And she said, honestly, I was a little bit skeptical to post that at first because she felt like it just rattled her. And I was like, anybody would have been scared. You don't know what that guy's going to do.
And that's what sucks, because like she felt like she had done something wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
Yeah, it's a total BS.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
when you
way to go,
know,
Samantha.
I don't
Chicago,
care
let's go.
how much you've had to drink. I don't care how excited you are about your team winning. Don't be a jackass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not that hard. Congratulations to Samantha. And by the way,
for her.
congratulations to you.
Why?
Because women in media, y'all are always, just like, and this is your friend.
I love Samantha. I
like
support
it.
her all
Not
day,
that- not that dudes
every
are any
day.
different, by the
yeah,
way.
I want her success. She
Well-
roots for me. I root for her. It's fabulous, and I'm happy for her. It seems like she found a good fit with Miami, and she's loving life.
I don't know if you've ever seen this, Carm. Kacy has a reel where she's trying to do a stand-up outside the Big Ten tournament, and every like overserved Iowa and Indiana fan, and probably Wisconsin fans too.
You gotta
Yeah.
do the same thing.
I didn't shove anybody. I let them ruin my shot. Lesson learned. But it ended up being kind of funny. I remember leaving the UC being like, I didn't get anything good out of that. And ended up being a really funny blooper reel of people kind of getting in my shot and being funny. It was fun. I mean, but again, it's like, I don't know if I would have reacted the way Samantha did. I might have just been like, well, Kevin, some rowdy fans still here at the arena. Like, I would have just like let that moment happen, but good on her for being like, no, you're not doing this today.
Yeah. Chi-Town stand
Yeah.
up.
What's next?
Our next video is, if you saw this earlier, Travis Gibson and the Bears went live from his Instagram today at the United Center. Little shoot around, little team building, team bonding activity. It's really cool to see the Bears at the UC in their matching gear. And it was just fun to see them shooting around and kind of just, I don't know, just guys being dudes over here. Like, they had fun. None of their shots really went in, so I don't know that they're in better.
Jalen Johnson was banging in
did he?
Some
Okay.
shots. Banging in is
Who
the
needs
key
Chris
word
Paul? We'll get Jalen Johnson to play for the Bulls.
That's what CHGO Bears tweeted, and I thought this is a cool idea. Pretty fun for the Bears to be there, do something this summer.
Braggs was upset he couldn't go.
Yeah, he's like, I wanted to sneak in.
Yeah, that was too bad.
Yeah, no, the Bears put out a video of Jalen shooting about 3 jumpers in a row. Looked smooth.
Yeah, he was smooth.
You were when we had Richard Dent on the Bears show a couple of weeks ago. You were talking about you saw the '85 Bears play at halftime of the Bulls.
Football players love hoop,
Yeah.
and the Colonel apparently played in that game. That era of Bears, they were always showing up at different places just to play pickup.
Jalen Johnson's Twitter handle is NBAXJ1.
Yeah, they got in a fight with him about LeBron and Michael at the Super Bowl.
That's right, yeah.
And last but certainly not least,
Oh, no.
here's a fun CHGO clip of the week from the CHGO Bears show just earlier today.
Oh, no.
Right now, let's be honest, is me. And Nicholas Moriano's been on this show this week. I haven't heard him say a word about Carm hitting a freaking grand slam in a tight ball game to win a ball game. I got to come here and now I got to boast it myself that I'm banging grannies when we absolutely need it. Step in at shortstop, making plays and all sorts of stuff.
What did you just say you're doing?
What's going on here?
Easy.
Easy. You're the one.
Say easy. You're the one who said it.
Yeah, but you don't need to underline it. Hitting grand slams, not banging grannies. All right.
Okay.
What? What?
That was bad.
Carm.
I'm sorry.
Did you even realize what you had said?
No.
You knew what you were saying.
No, I definitely did not.
You think he
Banging
knew he
grannies.
was saying that?
As soon as you say banging anything, you got to watch what you're about to say after that.
Don't disagree, but that's what it's. That's what I did. That's what. Listen, we were playing
hilarious.
we were playing WGN radio. The bases were loaded. It was a big moment in the ball game. I hit a grand slam. I would think, like, as a teammate to my guy Nicholas Moriano, I would think when you come on the show, you would say, "Hey, I want to shout out my guy Carm hitting a big grand slam for us." Nothing.
You would
Zero.
think he'd say, shout out to Carm for banging grannies.
Exactly
I
right.
just figured it was our Silver Stallion expanding his dating pool.
Oh God, that is horrible.
Someone.
I mean, you're old enough now, Carm, where you
Whoa.
might actually be
Whoa.
dating a grandma.
Whoa.
Honestly,
What's in the possibilities?
There's some hot grannies out there.
Yeah, come on now. There's some young ladies that happen to be grandmothers.
All right, now we're in a
Someone
really.
sent you health news and says what to know about rising STD rates among seniors.
Well, they get in those homes and like who knows what goes on over there. It's a free for all, so they say.
Don't bang grannies is the
So they
moral of the
say.
story.
Good
They've had a
Lord.
long history. You would think you pick up something along the way.
And that'll do it for Scroll Stoppers.
I really thought some of my Taylor Swift picks would show up in Skull Stoppers.
I know you
No.
had some really good
No,
video.
we're jealous. We're not going to
We
talk
are
about
jealous.
it.
I
Sorry.
can't talk about it.
Nope.
My
No.
envy is coming. I might be supporting other women in sports, but I'm not supporting
Kevin
people
in
going to
sports,
Taylor Swift
yeah.
and not me.
We got to get you in.
I know.
Let's go.
Guys, help a girl out. I'm starting a GoFundMe.
That might work.
Don't you? You got to have a connection.
I thought I did, but I really don't. I thought I'm disappointed in myself for not having
I'm disappointed in Carm. I thought Carm would get me into like a suite at Soldier Field. He loves Soldier Field so much. You know, all he does is want the Bears to be there.
I am upset I don't
Do you
have a
think
guy.
he'd get us like some sort of nice
He was
suite?
right behind home plate when the umpire got beaten the other day.
Oh, that was
fun.
amazing.
That was a great clip.
Oh, yeah.
That
Great clips. Not a sponsor, but cheap haircuts.
That was the 10:30 on Saturday invite to Do You Want Scout Seats?
I almost responded to you, and then I didn't. So
Yeah,
I was grilling out
had
on
him-
Friday night. I said, "Hey, we got some bratwurst down here, Carm," and he said, "I don't want to deal with the traffic."
No, well, that wasn't
They got a train.
only my decision. I was
I may have bought an Amazon Taylor Swift outfit, and I don't have tickets yet.
what the hell does
back
that
to Taylor
mean?
and
An Amazon
and
Taylor
Casey.
Swift
Like I went on Amazon and bought like an Eras Tour like fit and earrings, and I can return it if I don't go. Free returns on Amazon. But it's motivating me to at least like look. You know?
My wife is concerned. My wife is now concerned that I'm going to leave her for Taylor Swift, which
Kev.
may or may not be true.
Good luck.
So she told her friend that, and her friend said, "Let him do it. How cool would it be if Taylor Swift was your kid's stepmom?"
Now that's a great angle. Like
Oh, y'all.
if Taylor comes calling,
She's
you
dating
just gotta face facts.
Karma is my boyfriend.
I don't know that song, but
Oh my god!
listen, if Taylor wants to
It's a banger.
get to know me,
She's not a granny. I don't think you'd be interested.
All right, let's cut it there.
Yeah,
Thanks
see
for
you later.
watching the Chicago Sports Podcast this week. It was a lot of fun. Make sure you go check out CHGO Marathon. Appreciate all that you do. Check out that Father's Day sale. Sign up for a road trip and become a diehard. Appreciate all you guys. See you next Thursday on the Chicago Sports Podcast. Kevin Kaduk, Kacy Standohar, Mark Carman, Lawrence Benedetto, intern Emma. See you next week.